You have within you everything you need to achieve your dreams. The only thing standing between where you are now and where you want to be is your mindset. The moment you realize this, your life begins to transform. See, many people live their lives based on the circumstances around them. They allow their environment, the opinions of others, and their past experiences to define what they can do. But I want you to understand something. Your circumstances don't have to dictate your future. The power to change your life starts with one thing: your mindset. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you have in shaping your life. It determines the way you approach every challenge, how you respond to failures, and how you envision your future. It is not just a passing thought or fleeting emotion, but the lens through which you view the world and the foundation upon which everything you accomplish is built. When you maintain a positive, growth-oriented mindset, you tap into an endless source of potential. Your mindset dictates whether you see the world as an opportunity or a series of obstacles. People who are successful don't get there by simply being in the right place at the right time. They get there because they choose to believe in their abilities, even when the odds are stacked against them. They believe that with the right mindset, they can change their circumstances, push through adversity, and create their desired reality. The power of mindset is truly remarkable. When you think about it, two people can face the exact same set of challenges, but their outcomes will be vastly different depending on their mindset. One might see every obstacle as an insurmountable barrier, believing that the world is against them. The other, however, will view those same obstacles as chances to learn and grow, approaching them with resilience and determination. The difference is in the way each person has trained their mind to respond. The one who maintains a positive mindset knows that failure isn't the end. It's simply a part of the process toward success. Your mindset influences how you handle everything from day-to-day tasks to long-term goals. If you maintain a mindset that is fixed and negative, you will limit your ability to adapt and grow. You may find yourself easily discouraged, unable to take risks, and afraid to step outside your comfort zone. But when you cultivate a mindset that thrives on challenges and embraces uncertainty, you open yourself up to possibilities you might have once thought impossible. The way you think shapes the decisions you make, which in turn shape your life. For instance, if you believe that you're not capable of reaching your goals, you may not take the necessary steps to achieve them. On the other hand, if you believe in your ability to succeed, you're more likely to push through the tough times and keep moving forward. This belief in yourself and your abilities becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you believe in your potential, the more effort you will put into developing it, and the more likely you are to reach your goals. Mindset doesn't just affect your professional or financial success, it extends to every aspect of your life. It affects how you relate to others, how you manage your emotions, and how you perceive your self-worth. A person with a positive mindset is more likely to have a healthy attitude toward relationships, handling conflict with grace and understanding. They're also more likely to have the resilience to bounce back from personal setbacks, such as heartbreak or loss, with a renewed sense of purpose. At its core, your mindset is a reflection of the story you tell yourself. If you consistently tell yourself that you're not good enough or that success is beyond your reach, you'll begin to believe it, and your actions will reflect that belief. But if you tell yourself that you are capable of achieving greatness, that you can rise above the challenges in your path, you'll begin to make decisions and take actions that align with that belief. Your mindset has the ability to either empower you or hold you back, depending on the narrative you choose to adopt. The idea that mindset shapes your future is rooted in the principle of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on new experiences and repeated thought patterns. This means that the more you focus on positive, empowering thoughts, the more you train your brain to think in ways that support your success. With time, this can lead to lasting changes in the way you approach challenges, making you more resourceful, adaptable, and persistent. But it's not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about adopting a mindset that encourages action. You can think about success all day long, but without the right mindset to back it up, you will remain stagnant. A powerful mindset fuels action even when things get tough. It gives you the courage to take risks, to make mistakes, and to learn from them, knowing that each step is a part of the journey to achieving your goals. Without this mindset, you may find yourself stuck in a cycle of overthinking and inaction, constantly doubting yourself and your abilities. The beauty of mindset is that it's something you have control over. It's not something you're born with, it's something you can choose to cultivate and develop over time. You can choose to develop a mindset that is focused on growth, resilience, and possibility. You can choose to see the challenges in your life as opportunities rather than obstacles. And most importantly, you can choose to believe in your ability to shape your own future, regardless of the circumstances you may face. In life, your mindset will be the deciding factor between staying stuck and moving forward. It's the difference between seeing a dead end and realizing that you're only one step away from the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Your mindset will determine how far you go and how high you rise. With the right mindset, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Obstacles are a natural part of life, and they are something we all encounter. Whether it's a personal challenge, a professional setback, or an unexpected turn of events, obstacles can feel like barriers standing in the way of our dreams. However, when you maintain the right mindset, obstacles cease to be things that block your progress and instead become opportunities for growth, learning, and transformation. The key to navigating obstacles effectively lies in how you choose to perceive them and how you respond to them. Think about it. Everyone faces obstacles, but the way we react to those challenges often determines the outcome. Some people see obstacles as insurmountable problems that prevent them from reaching their goals, and this perspective keeps them stuck. Others see obstacles as part of the journey, a sign that they are on the right path, that they are pushing their limits and growing in the process. When you begin to view obstacles in this way, you'll find that your capacity for resilience increases and your ability to move forward becomes stronger. An obstacle doesn't mean failure. It simply means that the path you're on requires more creativity, effort, and determination to overcome. It's a challenge, not a roadblock. When you encounter a difficult situation, you have a choice. You can either see it as a setback or you can see it as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. The most successful individuals understand this concept deeply. They have faced many obstacles, but what sets them apart is their ability to adapt, to think critically, and to turn those challenges into stepping stones for future success. The first step in transforming an obstacle into an opportunity is to shift your perspective. Instead of focusing on the difficulty of the situation, focus on the lessons it can teach you. Every obstacle is an invitation to expand your skills, improve your problem-solving abilities, and strengthen your character. For example, if you face a setback at work, such as a missed promotion or an unsuccessful project, it's easy to feel defeated. But if you look at that obstacle through the lens of opportunity, you might ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I do differently next time? The experience might reveal weaknesses in your approach or areas where you need to develop further. By shifting your mindset, you transform a potential failure into an invaluable learning experience that sets you up for greater success in the future. Obstacles also give you a chance to build resilience. When life challenges you, it tests your willpower, your patience, and your determination. But every time you face an obstacle and push through it, you grow stronger. You build mental and emotional fortitude, which will serve you when the next challenge arises. Resilience is like a muscle that becomes stronger the more you use it. So when an obstacle presents itself, instead of feeling defeated, embrace the challenge. Think of it as an opportunity to build your resilience and sharpen your ability to bounce back no matter how tough things get. Overcoming obstacles teaches you to be resourceful. Often when faced with a challenge, the easiest path is to give up or to wait for someone else to solve the problem for you. However, when you confront obstacles head on, you force yourself to think critically and find solutions. You tap into your creativity and resourcefulness, and you discover new ways of approaching problems. This adaptability is crucial for long-term success because life will continue to throw obstacles your way. The more you learn how to handle them, the better equipped you'll be to negate whatever challenges lie ahead. Obstacles also help you refine your goals. Sometimes we set goals that seem clear and straightforward, but life has a way of revealing that those goals might need to be adjusted. When an obstacle forces you to take a step back, you have the chance to reassess your direction. Perhaps the original plan wasn't the best one, or maybe there's a better way to achieve your goal. Obstacles make us stop and think, pushing us to reconsider our strategies and improve upon them. This process of refinement ensures that the goals you are working toward are the right ones, and it helps you fine-tune your approach so that you are always moving closer to your desired outcomes. Another important aspect of obstacles is that they can build empathy and strengthen relationships. When you face difficulties, you realize that you are not alone. Everyone goes through hard times, and understanding this fosters a sense of connection with others. Moreover, overcoming obstacles with the support of others can deepen your relationships and create a network of people who understand your struggles and who are invested in your success. So often through challenges that we build the most meaningful connections as we learn to rely on and support each other. When you begin to embrace obstacles as opportunities, you start to change your entire approach to life. Instead of avoiding difficulty, you start to actively seek it out, knowing that the greater the challenge, the greater the potential for growth. You learn to appreciate the process, not just the outcome, because you understand that it's the obstacles along the way that are shaping you into a stronger, more capable individual. In life, the path to success is rarely a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and unexpected hurdles. But it's not these obstacles that determine your future, it's your response to them. When you learn to see obstacles as opportunities for growth, you unlock the ability to move forward with confidence and clarity, knowing that every challenge you face is a chance to become better, stronger, and more prepared for the future. So the next time you encounter an obstacle, instead of letting it defeat you, embrace it. It's an opportunity in disguise waiting for you to transform it. Believing in yourself is one of the most crucial factors in achieving success. It is the foundation of everything you do, the spark that fuels your ambition and drives your actions forward. When you truly believe in your abilities, nothing can stand in your way. Self-belief is not just a motivational concept, it's a powerful force that can propel you through challenges, setbacks, and doubts. Without belief in yourself, your goals will seem distant, your efforts will feel hollow, and your dreams may seem unattainable. But when you cultivate deep, unwavering belief in yourself, everything begins to change. Self-belief is not something that comes naturally to everyone. It's often shaped by our experiences, influenced by others' opinions, and affected by our past successes or failures. For some, the journey to self-belief begins with overcoming negative influences from childhood, such as being told that they weren't good enough or being made to feel less capable than others. For others, the struggle may stem from the fear of failure, the belief that no matter how hard they try, they will never succeed. However, one thing is clear. Self-belief is something you can choose to develop. And it starts with shifting your mindset. The first step in believing in yourself is to acknowledge your worth. Too often, people underestimate their abilities and talents, dismissing their strengths as insignificant or unimportant. But the truth is that you have unique skills and qualities that set you apart from others. These qualities, when recognized and nurtured, can be the keys to your success. It's essential to remind yourself of your worth every day. Write down your strengths, acknowledge your accomplishments, and reflect on the positive feedback you receive from others. This practice helps to solidify your belief in your potential and serves as a reminder that you are capable of achieving great things. Another aspect of self-belief is having a vision of your future. When you believe in yourself, you have a clear sense of where you want to go and why you want to get there. Your vision becomes the guiding light that keeps you focused, even when the road ahead is uncertain or challenging. People with self-belief do not hesitate to pursue their dreams because they are confident in their ability to make them a reality. Having a clear vision also helps you stay motivated during difficult times. When setbacks occur, and they inevitably will, your belief in your vision will push you to keep going. It will remind you that your dreams are worth fighting for and that you are fully capable of overcoming any obstacles in your way. Self-belief also requires the courage to take risks. It's easy to stay in your comfort zone, avoiding anything that might challenge you or make you feel uncomfortable. But growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Believing in yourself means taking calculated risks, stepping into the unknown, and trusting that you have the ability to handle whatever comes your way. Whether it's taking on a new job, starting a business, or trying something you've never done before, stepping out of your comfort zone is a powerful way to build self-confidence. The more you take risks and succeed, the stronger your belief in yourself will become. Self-belief is not about being arrogant or thinking that you know everything. It's about having a healthy confidence in your abilities while also being open to learning and growth. No one has all the answers, and mistakes will inevitably happen along the way. But when you believe in yourself, you have the resilience to bounce back from failure. You understand that failure is not a reflection of your worth or your abilities. It is simply a part of the process. People with self-belief don't let failure define them. They use it as a stepping stone to reach higher levels of success. They analyze what went wrong, learn from their mistakes, and use that knowledge to improve in the future. Another key aspect of self-belief is the ability to silence the inner critic. We all have that voice in our heads that tells us we're not good enough or that we can't achieve something. This negative self-talk can be paralyzing if we let it control us. However, believing in yourself means learning how to quiet that voice and replace it with positive affirmations. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, shift your mindset to I am capable or I will figure this out. Positive self-talk helps to rewire your brain, turning doubts into confidence and fear into action. By consistently speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement, you reinforce your belief in your own abilities. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is another powerful way to cultivate self-belief. The people you spend the most time with can either lift you up or bring you down. When you are surrounded by people who believe in you and support your dreams, it becomes easier to believe in yourself. These individuals offer encouragement, share their own stories of success, and remind you of your worth when you begin to doubt yourself. On the other hand, negative influences can erode your self-belief and make it harder to stay motivated. It's essential to surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you, and help you see your own potential. The journey to self-belief is ongoing. It requires practice, patience, and commitment. There will be moments when you question yourself, when you doubt your abilities, and when things don't go as planned. But in those moments, remember that self-belief is not about being perfect. It's about trusting yourself to handle whatever comes your way. It's about knowing that you have the power to learn, grow, and overcome any challenges. By consistently reinforcing your belief in yourself, you can achieve anything you set your mind to, no matter how impossible it may seem at first. The power of self-belief is truly limitless. It is the key to unlocking your full potential and living the life you deserve. Taking action is often the missing piece between where you are and where you want to be. We can have all the dreams, goals, and plans in the world, but without action, they remain just that, dreams. The power to bring your ideas to life and move closer to your goals lies in the steps you take, regardless of how small they may seem at first. When you maintain the mindset of taking action, you turn your aspirations into reality. It's not enough to just plan or talk about what you want to do. You must take tangible steps toward achieving it. One of the most important aspects of taking action is understanding that it's the only way to make progress. Even the best laid plans or the clearest vision will remain stagnant if you don't actively work toward them. Every success story, every breakthrough, and every achievement has been fueled by consistent action. The key to success is not simply thinking about what you want or waiting for the right time. It's about making the decision to move forward, no matter the obstacles, no matter the doubts. Taking action means pushing through the fear of the unknown, overcoming procrastination, and committing to the process. Action also creates momentum. Momentum is powerful. Once you start moving, even in small ways, you create a force that propels you forward. The more you act, the more you build the confidence and motivation to continue. At first, taking action may feel like a huge leap, but once you take that first step, the next one becomes easier. As you build momentum, you find that it becomes harder to stop because the habit of action has become ingrained in your daily routine. This momentum is critical because it keeps you from getting stuck in indecision or inaction. Instead of wasting time thinking about what you should do, you start doing it. The fear of failure often holds people back from taking action. Many individuals get paralyzed by the thought that they might fail or make mistakes. But the reality is that failure is not the end of the road, it is part of the journey. When you take action, you are bound to encounter challenges, and some of those actions may not lead to the desired results. However, each setback is an opportunity to learn and improve. The fear of failure is far more debilitating than failure itself because it prevents you from even starting. By taking action despite the fear, you put yourself in a position to grow, adjust, and eventually succeed. Every failure you experience is a stepping stone toward the ultimate achievement of your goals. Another reason why taking action is so important is that it provides clarity. Often we get caught up in overthinking or trying to plan everything out perfectly before taking the first step. But the truth is that you cannot predict every detail of the journey. The only way to gain clarity is by taking action. Once you take that first step, you start to see things more clearly. You gather information, you experience the process, and you learn what works and what doesn't. Action reveals the path. And with each action, the way forward becomes clearer. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or a foolproof plan, you start creating your own path through your actions. Taking action also helps you build confidence. When you take a step toward your goals, no matter how small, it builds your belief in yourself and your abilities. Each action reinforces the idea that you are capable of moving closer to what you want. Even the smallest accomplishment, such as completing a task or achieving a minor goal, boosts your self-esteem and reinforces the idea that you are in control of your own future. Over time, this growing confidence makes it easier to take even bigger actions, and it propels you toward greater success. People often underestimate the importance of consistency in action. It's not always about taking one huge leap. or making a dramatic change in a short period of time. Success is built on daily, consistent actions. Small, incremental steps lead to big results over time. Just like a person who works out regularly may not see huge changes in the first week, but over time, those consistent actions lead to significant transformation. The same principle applies to achieving your goals. The more consistently you take action, the closer you get to realizing your aspirations. The key is to keep moving forward, even on days when you don't feel like it or when things seem slow. Taking action also requires a shift in mindset. Often people wait for the perfect moment to act. They think that conditions need to be just right, or that they need more time or more resources. But the truth is that perfect conditions rarely exist. Waiting for everything to fall into place is a form of procrastination. Instead of waiting for ideal circumstances, focus on the actions you can take right now with what you have. You'll find that once you begin, opportunities will start to reveal themselves and the resources you need will begin to show up in unexpected ways. Waiting for perfection only holds you back. Action, on the other hand, creates its own momentum. When you take action, you also develop a sense of ownership over your life and your future. It's easy to feel like circumstances or other people are dictating your life, but when you take decisive action, you regain control. You start to feel empowered because you realize that your choices determine the direction of your life. Taking action means you are no longer passive in your own story. You become the active creator of your destiny. This sense of control fuels further action and reinforces the belief that you have the power to shape your own future. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the catalyst for transformation and the key to turning dreams into reality. While it's natural to feel hesitant or uncertain, the most important thing you can do is start small if necessary, but start. Taking action consistently and with purpose will propel you forward in ways you can't yet imagine. It is through action that you discover your true potential and unlock the success that is waiting for you. So let go of fear, embrace uncertainty, and begin to take action today because the future is built one step at a time. Resilience is one of the most powerful traits you can develop if you want to succeed in life. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks, overcome adversity, and keep moving forward in the face of challenges. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and no journey toward success is without obstacles. Whether it's a failed project, a personal loss, or an unexpected setback, resilience allows you to not only endure hardship, but to grow stronger because of it. When you maintain a resilient mindset, you understand that adversity is not something to fear, but an opportunity to learn, grow, and become better. One of the most important things to understand about resilience is that it doesn't mean you won't experience difficulties. Resilience is not about avoiding pain or hardship, it's about how you respond to it. Life is unpredictable, and you will face challenges, some of which may be beyond your control. However, your ability to respond to those challenges determines the course of your life. Resilience is the inner strength that helps you endure difficult times, persevere through adversity, and come out the other side even stronger than before. Instead of being paralyzed by fear or defeat, resilient individuals embrace challenges as part of the process and find ways to move forward. A resilient mindset is about maintaining hope and optimism even in the darkest moments. When you face adversity, it's easy to become overwhelmed by negative emotions. Feelings of frustration, anger, or sadness can cloud your thinking and make it difficult to see a way forward. However, resilient people have an inherent belief that things will get better. They acknowledge the difficulty of the situation, but they also trust that they have the strength to overcome it. This optimism does not mean ignoring the reality of the situation, but it's a belief that, regardless of the challenge, there is always a way through. It's about having the confidence that setbacks are temporary and that you will emerge stronger. Another key aspect of resilience is adaptability. Life rarely goes exactly as planned. You might set goals, make detailed plans, and do everything right, only to have things fall apart. A resilient person is flexible and adaptable in the face of change. Instead of resisting change or clinging to a fixed plan, they adjust their approach and find new ways to move forward. This ability to adapt is a critical factor in overcoming challenges. Life is full of the unexpected, and the only way to thrive through it is by being open to change, learning from new experiences, and staying willing to modify your approach when necessary. Building resilience also requires you to manage stress effectively. Life can be overwhelming at times, especially when things aren't going well. However, resilient people are able to keep their composure and manage stress in healthy ways. Whether it's through physical activity, mindfulness, meditation, or seeking support from others, resilient individuals know how to manage their emotional and physical response to stress. By managing stress effectively, they are able to maintain their focus, avoid burnout, and continue to take positive steps toward their goals. Resilience is about finding purpose in adversity. It's easy to feel defeated when faced with difficulties, but resilient individuals find meaning in the struggle. They understand that setbacks are not just obstacles, they are opportunities for growth. Every challenge offers a chance to learn something new about yourself, develop new skills, and build your character. When you approach challenges with this mindset, you begin to see them not as roadblocks, but as essential parts of your journey. Adversity becomes a catalyst for change, teaching you valuable lessons that will help you achieve even greater success in the future. Another important element of resilience is perseverance. Resilient people don't give up easily. They understand that success rarely comes without effort, and that the road to achieving anything worthwhile is often long and difficult. When things get tough, they dig deep and keep pushing forward. Whether it's working through long hours, facing rejection, or navigating setbacks, perseverance is the fuel that keeps you going. Resilient individuals know that every setback is just a temporary detour, and that with enough persistence, they can achieve their goals. The key is to keep taking action no matter how slow or difficult the progress may seem. Resilience is also about building strong relationships and seeking support when needed. While resilience is often thought of as an individual quality, it is crucial to recognize that no one can go through life's difficulties alone. Resilient individuals are not afraid to ask for help or lean on others during tough times. They surround themselves with a supportive network of family, friends, mentors, or colleagues who can offer guidance, encouragement, and perspective. Having a strong support system allows you to weather the storms of life, knowing that you are not alone in your struggles. Resilience is not just about internal strength, it's also about recognizing the value of external support when needed. Resilience also involves maintaining a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities can be developed through effort and learning. They don't see failures as permanent or limiting, but as opportunities to improve. This mindset is a key component of resilience, as it allows you to see setbacks not as signs of defeat, but as valuable experiences that contribute to your growth. When you maintain a growth mindset, you approach challenges with a sense of curiosity, eager to learn from each experience and improve yourself in the process. One of the most powerful ways to build resilience is by focusing on what you can control. It's easy to feel helpless when life presents challenges that seem beyond your control, but resilient people focus on what they can change and take action accordingly. They recognize that they cannot control every aspect of life, but they can control how they respond to situations. This shift in perspective helps you feel empowered, even when circumstances seem overwhelming. By focusing on your own actions and mindset, you take ownership of your journey and increase your ability to navigate life's challenges with confidence. Resilience is a vital quality that empowers you to face life's inevitable challenges with strength, perseverance, and optimism. It's not about avoiding difficulties, but about learning how to rise above them and continue moving forward. Building resilience takes time, practice, and a willingness to embrace adversity, but the rewards are immense. With resilience, you can overcome any obstacle, bounce back from setbacks, and continue working toward your goals no matter how tough the journey may be. The power of surrounding yourself with the right people cannot be underestimated when striving for success. The people you spend the most time with have a profound influence on your mindset, your habits, and your overall progress. Whether you realize it or not, your environment shapes your thoughts, actions, and beliefs. This is why it's essential to be intentional about who you allow into your circle. When you maintain the mindset of surrounding yourself with positive, supportive, and driven individuals, you give yourself a better chance of succeeding. The people around you can either lift you up or hold you back, and it's crucial to recognize the impact they have on your journey. One of the most significant ways the right people affect your success is by shaping your mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world, and it greatly influences how you respond to challenges, opportunities, and setbacks. When you surround yourself with people who think positively, who embrace challenges, and who believe in growth and success, their mindset rubs off on you. Positive, like-minded individuals create an environment where it's normal to push boundaries, overcome obstacles, and believe in your own potential. On the other hand, if you're surrounded by negativity, self-doubt, or people who discourage your ambitions, it can be difficult to maintain a mindset of growth and success. Supportive people are another crucial element of a successful environment. Success can often feel like a lonely road, especially when you're facing obstacles or working on long-term goals that require sustained effort. Having a network of people who encourage you, believe in your potential, and offer emotional support can make all the difference. These individuals remind you that you're not alone, and they provide the strength you need to keep going when things get tough. Supportive people also offer constructive feedback and guidance, helping you improve and stay focused on your goals. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or colleagues, having a support system that you can turn to during challenging times provides the emotional stability needed to stay on track. Another benefit of surrounding yourself with the right people is that they can hold you accountable. Accountability is crucial when you're working toward big goals. It's easy to make excuses or put things off when you don't have anyone to answer to. However, when you have a group of people who hold you accountable, whether through regular check-ins, encouragement, or healthy competition, it's easier to stay committed to your goals. Accountability partners help you stay focused and remind you of your intentions, especially when your motivation starts to wane. They encourage you to keep your promises to yourself and push you to keep going, even when things get difficult. The right people can inspire you to raise your standards and push past your comfort zone. When you're surrounded by individuals who are ambitious, hardworking, and continuously striving for success, their actions can inspire you to do the same. Being around people who are constantly challenging themselves and achieving new milestones can ignite a desire within you to raise your own standards and pursue higher levels of success. Their example becomes a powerful motivator, showing you that what may seem impossible or out of reach is actually achievable with the right effort and mindset. Their successes become a reminder that you too are capable of achieving greatness. Networking and collaboration are also essential components of success, and the right people open doors to new opportunities. When you're surrounded by individuals who share similar goals, interests, or values, you create a network that can provide access to resources, ideas, and opportunities you might not have encountered on your own. The right connections can lead to collaborations, partnerships, and openings that can accelerate your progress. For instance, meeting someone with a shared interest in a project or business idea can lead to opportunities for collaboration, sharing knowledge, or even forming a business partnership. Surrounding yourself with people who push boundaries and have diverse perspectives also encourages innovative thinking and problem solving, expanding your own horizons. In addition to providing opportunities, the right people help you grow by exposing you to new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. When you interact with individuals who are knowledgeable, experienced, or skilled in areas where you may lack expertise, you're presented with the opportunity to learn and improve. This exchange of ideas and insights helps you develop both personally and professionally. For example, if you're trying to improve a specific skill or expand your knowledge in a particular area, being around people who excel in that area gives you a chance to learn from their experience and gain valuable insights. Their expertise becomes a resource that you can draw on to improve yourself and move forward faster. The people you surround yourself with also influence your habits and behaviors. If you spend time with people who prioritize health, fitness, and well-being, you're more likely to adopt similar habits. If you surround yourself with individuals who prioritize education, personal development, and continual learning, you'll find yourself motivated to invest in your own growth. Similarly, being around people who are disciplined, organized, and goal-oriented encourages you to adopt these same traits. Our habits are often a reflection of those we spend the most time with, so it's important to be mindful of who you allow into your life. By surrounding yourself with individuals who exhibit the habits you want to develop, you create an environment that naturally fosters growth and self-improvement. The power of being around the right people also extends to your self-esteem and confidence. When you surround yourself with people who believe in you, encourage you, and celebrate your successes, your confidence grows. Positive reinforcement from others can help you develop a stronger sense of self-worth and belief in your abilities. On the flip side, if you surround yourself with toxic, critical, or unsupportive people, it can have a detrimental effect on your self-esteem. These individuals may unknowingly undermine your confidence and discourage you from pursuing your dreams. Surrounding yourself with people who genuinely care about your success and well-being builds a positive reinforcement loop that boosts your self-confidence and motivates you to keep striving for greatness. It's essential to recognize that surrounding yourself with the right people doesn't just mean focusing on those who are successful. It's also about being intentional about your interactions and nurturing relationships with people who genuinely care about you and your journey. Relationships based on trust, respect, and mutual support create a foundation for success that extends beyond professional achievements. The right people not only help you grow, but also offer companionship, emotional support, and encouragement as you navigate your personal and professional challenges. In summary, The people you surround yourself with play an instrumental role in your journey towards success. They influence your mindset, provide support, hold you accountable, and inspire you to grow. By intentionally choosing to spend time with individuals who encourage your ambitions, challenge your limits, and contribute to your growth, you set yourself up for success. Your environment, made up of the people you interact with, has the power to elevate your journey and help you achieve things that might otherwise seem impossible. So take charge of your circle and surround yourself with those who will lift you higher. Surrounding yourself with the right people is crucial for success. They shape your mindset, provide support, inspire growth, and hold you accountable. The right circle of people encourages you to push boundaries, opens doors to new opportunities, and helps you grow both personally and professionally. By being intentional about who you spend time with, you set yourself up for a more successful and fulfilling journey.